In this video, I am going to be explaining the correct way to play Red Dead Redemption 2 because most of you are just doing it wrong. So the first thing is that you need to walk a lot. You need to walk through towns. Make sure you're walking in and out of shops like a normal person. You know, because I see people all the time, you know, on their Red Dead Redemption 2 videos, and they're running around like this, gallivanting like a complete idiot, to be honest. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Arthur is not a machine, firstly, and secondly, like, it just looks so weird. Like, nobody walks around and they're like just jogging like this unless they're going for a jog or something. But like, imagine you're going out shopping and then this is how you shop. Oh, hello, I'm Arthur Morgan. I'm just gonna go into the store. Oh, let's just bang right in. Oh, you know what? I think Arthur also needs to get some medicine.
Out of the way!
Get out of my way. It's just wrong. Now, the second thing that is crucial to playing Red Dead Redemption 2 the correct way is to ride your horse slowly into town and gradually speed up as you're leaving town. So when you're riding your horse like outside of towns, it's okay to go at full speed. You know, that's pretty realistic, especially if like Arthur just wants to get from place to place very quickly. But as you start riding into town, and in this case, riding into the town of Valentine, you're gonna want to start easing up the speed of your horse and go more at like a slight jog, not going super fast, because like you have to understand, it's like almost like driving a car. There's pedestrians, you don't want to run them over, you know. I mean, you go to jail for that in real life, right? And then once you get like straight up into like the complete town where there's like, you want to like go really slow, because back then they didn't have street lights, and this is really the safest way to be like traveling into and then out of a town. And then once you go out of a town, then you can start to gradually speed it up to a full horse canter. I think that's the word. I don't know, but this is something that I see a lot of people messing up with, and it's just like it kills the immersion when you just like run into the town, like, unless it's like there's a specific reason you're doing that, like you're running from the police or something. Like if you're just like Arthur and you're just like day to day, why are you doing that? Now, the third thing is to not put yourself in situations that you, the player, would not reasonably be able to fight or defend yourself from. So let me give you an example for this one.
Hey, stop right where you are!
You're getting ambushed by a bunch of criminals, right? You're telling me to stop. It looks like they're robbing me.
Just looking to pass through. That's it.
So in this situation, correct way to do it would just be to walk away. Yes, you are Arthur. You could technically take the risk and try to gun all, what is that, like 4 people down? But like, just, I think like in some situations, it's actually perfectly correct to just like walk away. You know, be realistic about it. Or if you want to fight, you know, walk away, but then pull out your rifle, or in this case, a repeater, get off your horse, get adequate cover behind a tree, and then start trying to scope these dudes. At least then it's like, because like I feel like it's just so immersion breaking and unrealistic to just try to gun them all down, you know. And I really don't like Deadeye in this game. I think that should be used very sparingly. You want to play in a very immersive way, and this is the way to do that. Look, I got so much cover, and you're still able to hit shots pretty well because you have a good field of view here. I mean, like, how could you not play this way? You have to actually think through your decisions because they have consequences. Even Arthur Morgan, if he was in real life, he most likely would not be able to like hit all those shots every single time. Like, that is like inhuman level of like gunmanship. All right, now the next thing is to make sure that you try and stay bathed at least every few days, because rationally, why wouldn't you? I see some people when they're playing with their Arthur Morgan and their save files, and like their Arthur hasn't showered in days. He's absolutely filthy. Like, they never even take a bath the entire playthrough of the entire story. They don't even take one bath or even try to like keep their Arthur clean. And I just think like that just doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're out in the wilderness and you're like maybe going on like a bit of like a wilderness excursion, sure, but like even then, once you ride back into town, you should like actually immediately just try to get a bath, because any normal human would do that, or at least like go to a river or something. Like, as you can see right now, my Arthur and his horse are both extremely dirty because we've been doing a lot of hunting for the few days, you know, but we do have a good amount of money that he's amassed from like selling all the pelts that we sold. So I'm gonna treat him to a bath because the boy deserves it. He deserves it. In my opinion, he does. Go ahead and book this filthy boy a bath.
Can you arrange a bath? I need a wash.
Now, when it comes to the bath itself, this is something where I'm actually a little bit unsure about. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think
Need someone to take over in there?
Do you think that Arthur would take deluxe baths? Me personally, I just don't think he's that kind of guy. I think he's more of an introvert. So I usually think that the correct way to play it would be just never do deluxe baths in general. It's just, I feel like that's out of character, but I don't know. I might be wrong about that one. Now, another thing is that when you are out in the wilderness, you got to constantly make sure that you're hunting and obtaining food, you know, at least on some consistent level. Like, even though there is technically no hunger core in this game, unless you install a specific mod for it. And Arthur could technically never eat and survive. He'll just be like really miserable. It's just generally the wrong way to play. You should try to like still play it realistically. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm looking at my fast travel map right now, and I think I'm gonna do a lot of hunting. I'm gonna go on a 3-day trip. We're gonna go hunting in Amberino and West Elizabeth. Just try to get a lot of perfect pelts so I can get the Pearson wagon upgrades. So now I'm out here getting a bunch of these herbs. But like I said, I imagine I'm probably gonna be out here for a few days. I'm not gonna be going back to camp. And these are some pretty rough conditions that Arthur's gonna have to be dealing with. But even though I, don't really need to kill any animals or anything for like a challenge or whatever, I'm still gonna go out of my way to kill an animal because we need to get some meat. Then we can make a campfire and cook it. I mean, we can't expect Arthur to just not eat for 3 days straight. I mean, you could do that, but it's kind of like a really jerk thing to do as the player. I mean, it's just downright cruel. It's Arthur abuse. So let's just go out of our way to try to find an animal so that we can eat. You know what? My horse probably needs to eat too because my horse cores are not looking good. So if we can find like some wild carrots, that would do us. Oh, there we go. Finally, I see something. Wait, slow down. Oh, I hate it when they go in the water. Get out of the water so I can eat you, please. Okay, of course. I killed it in the water. Oh my gosh, stupid elk. We have to catch our dinner. Thank goodness the rope mechanics in this game are so legendary. There we go. Let's go ahead and skin this immediately because like I said, we don't really need the carcass. We just need the meat for immediate consumption. There we go. And see, this is what I can try to get for my horse too. These are wild carrots. So even when you're out in the wilderness, there's really no excuse at all why your horse should be going hungry. Keep you nice and fed. Now, the 6th point is to only talk to NPCs when it actually makes sense to do so. Okay, so what I mean by that is that like I've seen some people go really like re-tappy, like they'll just greet everybody they see.
Hello, man. Hey there, partner. Hi there, folks.
Mister?
All the best to you.
Like, you see how like almost unnatural and like unfluid that sounds? Like, don't get me wrong, the dialogue in this game is incredible, but you have to like do it in a way that makes sense. You can talk to the crowd, but like just don't do it multiple times. Don't overdo it. Otherwise, I just feel like the conversations should just become really flat. Okay, now another thing is to constantly keep Arthur groomed, or as much as you can. If you know about Red Dead Redemption 2 well enough, you know that there is a beard and hair growing mechanic. Now, to play this game correctly, in my opinion, you should always try to make sure that your Arthur is reasonably groomed. You don't have to make him clean shaved all the time. I mean, that's like whatever your definition of fully groomed is. My idea is just basically clean shaven. But it's like, I just don't feel like why you'd be sporting a homeless beard, especially when Arthur keeps a shaving kit right there, unless you were going out on a wilderness excursion. Then, of course, it makes sense. See, now you see, I've started camping with Arthur and it's been a couple days and he's starting to get a little bit of scruff. And I'm going to keep camping for the next few days, so it's totally fine if I keep letting it grow out. If you're not near a razor for a while, you're going to grow hair. That's okay. But I just think like if you are in an area where you can give Arthur a shave, he's clearly not happy with it. He's itching it a lot. You should definitely help him out. All right, now the next point is don't go out killing hordes of people and amassing a huge bounty and then paying it off, because that is definitely one of like the most game killing immersion things you can do. Like just watch this, okay? I'm just gonna go on an absolute killing spree. All right, let's just kill a bunch of people. I mean, not only is a man being able to take out this many people all on his own with pinpoint accuracy just completely unrealistic, it doesn't make any sense from a character perspective either. Like, Arthur is literally wearing the sheriff badge that he gets from chapter 3, and he just killed the sheriff of Valentine. See, now I've got a $165 bounty. Now I can just go to the post office and pay it off. All is forgiven, even though I just murdered like 15 lawmen and like 5 civilians in cold blood. Like it just doesn't make any sense, and I honestly just don't like that way of playing the game. Like, you can amass a bounty, but it should be done like just like by like robbing Cornwall trains or doing stuff where it's like you could see Arthur doing in character, but like just randomly shooting up towns, like I just like no. Now the last point that I'm gonna talk about is making sure to rob people that deserve it and not hurting or robbing or killing people that don't. You see, if you know a lot about the backstory of Red Dead 2, the gang has like a code where it's like kind of like Robin Hood, where they steal from the rich and give to the poor, supposedly. So like, I feel like to properly play the game in the same character as Arthur, you gotta prioritize only really killing the people that so-called deserve it and then trying to give to the needy that need it more. So like, I think starting with a train is a really good idea to do this. Like only going after the rich folks purposefully and then purposefully not robbing the people that are in like the middle class or the more poor train cars. That is literally exemplifying Robin Hood and is the perfect way to stay in character as Arthur. So let's start by just robbing the rich people first.
I have this. Just take it.
God,
Fine.
quick.
Just take it.
You deaf?
And you see all the people in that poor cars, we're not gonna rob them at all. They get a pass. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much it when it comes to the actual real correct way that you must play Red Dead Redemption 2.